We're playing some variant chess against International Master opperwezen on vchess.club. And we're playing a game called Checkered, and I'll just share the rules very soon. But before I share the rules, let me try and figure out what to do in this position. It's a very strange... Okay, I'm going to go with this. Not quite sure what to do. It's a very strange little game. So I'll just go over... Yeah, hi there, Opper. I'm just going over the rules. Okay, so it's a normal chessboard, but there are additional checkered pieces. Non-capturing moves are just like normal, but if you capture another piece, then, and this is the picture, each capture produces a new piece taking on the nature of the capturing or captured one. The new piece arising from a capture has a new color, which is checkered. As you can see in this picture, all checkered pieces belong to the player in turn. So if it's your move, you can use any checkered piece and can capture the opponent's pieces. But a checkered move cannot be undone. So if you make a certain move, you can't reverse it right after this repeat if it repeats a position. And checkered pieces can never be captured. So that's the key.
Right?
Sorry, yeah, I am indeed. That's the key thing, is that checkered pieces can never be captured. I am indeed, yes, and I'm just developing my pieces somehow. So let's go with this one. So yeah, so that's where we're...
Okay, are you right?
Yes, I am. I just moved knight to f3.
I could take pawn h2.
Oh, you can indeed, damn. And then that would either become a pawn or a bishop.
That's nice.
Yeah, so if it became a pawn or a bishop, I guess it wouldn't be hitting anything immediately, but it's a really tricky little thing. Yeah, knights are kind of annoying. Like, if I hit this one, so I'm threatening knight takes h7, knight takes f7. Is it a threat or not? It's actually quite hard to assess.
Right.
So, is it a threat or not? So if I take, I'm producing a piece that can never be captured, which is on upper side of the board. And so I guess the most dangerous thing about these checkered pieces is they can never ever be taken, and so they are a real thorn in the opponent's position. So yeah, I think knight takes h7 might actually be a threat, now I think about it. Because what it might threaten is simply a move... Oh, okay. So I was thinking of a certain move. I was thinking knight takes h7 produce pawn, which will then trap the opponent queen. But unfortunately, Opper could just simply move that pawn. If I make it into a knight, he could move the knight, and I move, he could move the knight, and I move, he could move the knight, and I move, he could move the knight, and it's stuck. Because then I have to move it towards my own position. But if I move this way, and he moves back, and I move this way, he moves back, and I move this way, he moves back. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing happens. So I don't quite get what I want, unfortunately. So either way, I'm not quite getting what I want. So forgive me for thinking a little. It's a quite confusing idea. So knight, and hi there, Hydrosuit. Hydrosuit's in the Twitch chat, joining us. We're playing this checkered. So basically, it's like normal chess, except it starts with a 960 position. It's on vchess.club. But if I take this pawn, then my piece becomes either a pawn or a knight, which either of us can play with. But you cannot reverse. So if I go knight takes pawn, I can make it into a pawn attacking his queen, but then he can move that pawn 2 squares, and I'm not allowed to advance that pawn any further. Well, I am allowed to advance the pawn, but I'm not allowed to advance, yeah. So that's the rule. So, and if I turn this into a knight, he can just reverse the knight. He can.
Okay, well, take on f7.
I could take on f7 and make a knight, and he could just reverse that. And like, I'm not allowed to move it back. I can't just keep on moving it back to where he's moved it from. Yeah, it's interesting. So I could take on f7. He takes back. I take on d7, he could take his own piece. No, he can't take his own piece. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just... Okay, so do I want a knight or a pawn? Let's go for a knight. Now the really crucial thing about these checkered pieces is they can never ever be captured.
Dus hoe sterk is hij wel react? So this is a black knight.
Oh, Oppa says he can't hear me. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm just going to adjust my... Hi there, Oppa. Sorry, I didn't realize you couldn't hear me. The stream could hear me, but for some reason you couldn't. So I've adjusted that now, so you can hear me.
Oh, great.
Yes.
So you take on f7, like I expected.
Yep.
No, that's very complicated. I can't take.
Yeah, that can't take it, so he's reversing. Now the problem with that is I can do this, and now another knight, and he can't reverse this move, because that's one of the rules of the checkered. So I could just review the checkered rules briefly again. So each capture produces a new piece taking on the nature of the capturing or captured piece. You've got a choice. The new piece arising from a capture has a new color called checkered. The checkered pieces belong to the player whose turn it is. A checkered piece cannot be undone right after this repeat, so he can't undo my move. And checkered pieces cannot be captured. That's the key one. Pawn moves. A pawn captured on its starting square keeps the right to advance 2 squares. Checkered pawns cannot capture en passant. And that's it. And there's a stage 2, but apparently that's not implemented, stage 2. So back to the game. So I was threatening to take his knight, and he has just dodged me. So this knight is now, let's say it's a thorn in his position for now. So what would be nice is if I could create another thorn in his position, but he'll probably try and create a thorn in my position because he'll be angry with me. So it's quite a good idea.
How about the attacking this?
Yeah, so bishop takes pawn is a potential threat, but what happens next? Knights are a little bit annoying. I could go bishop to e3, that would cover any knight advance. And then the other one I could try and go cover is knight to h4. So he can always attack with his knights, and I can't really stop him. So what should I do? I think I'm just going to develop my knight. Okay, so he's bringing his knight to either e2 or f2. E2 or f2, and notice he was probably going to take, sorry, c2 or e2 rather. He's probably going to take on c2 because that will fork my rooks, and he could even potentially get a rook on the back rank. So maybe I should have stopped that. Maybe I should have stopped that. But anyway, actually it's not a problem, because if he does do that, I can move the knight here and he could take here. So I can always reverse any take that he does. So that's not too much of a problem, I guess. Okay, I'm going to do a really weird looking move. I'm going to do this. So that allows him to distract his knight and take my knight, but that will create a checkered piece, which I'll then use to attack him. And because these are both knights, the checkered piece has to be a knight.
Good move.
Well, I got the good move from Offer, so that's too kind. So if he takes one of these pieces, I can always just reverse the threat. Just push it out again. But I can never take it.
Oh,
and Hydrosuit says, can I play you? I don't have long to play on, so I don't think so. But Oppa might still be up for a game after this. Let's see. So what should I do with this knight? I could go to a7, and that's check. Is that worth it? Then if he takes me, it produces either a bishop, which can cause havoc, or a knight, which causes havoc in his position. Is that worth it or not? Or I could take his knight. That feels like it's something worth doing. But
yeah,
why?
That's not move.
Okay, so I'll take his knight.
Okay.
So Hydrosuit asks, can he play you after this stream, which is going to be I'm just going to stream for a short time, like maybe 15-20 minutes. So Oppa, are you interested in a game with Hydrosuit after this? Okay, he's a check.
Yeah, I can try them.
Yeah. So that's 4. Oh, no, hang on. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I thought it was forced to move my king. I could have moved the pawn. So that was just foolish. I could have just moved the pawn out the way. And I don't have takebacks. Darn. Okay, that was a bad mistake. Because I now wrecked my position. I've got an annoying pawn. Ugh. I mean, I'd always have this pawn.
If you played down to c4, I played down to c3.
That's true. Pawn to c3, and then you're taking another pawn of mine. So maybe what I did was okay. I'll be optimistic here. Now, something which I'm not sure we quite yet understand is how you mate in this game. Because whenever a piece tries to... Ooh, he's offering it. So I take this. It has to be a pawn, because if it was a knight, I'd be in check myself. Now, one thing he can do is he can simply advance, and I can't, like I said, you can't reverse existing moves. So I'm going to have to just flee with my king, which is probably a bad idea, but what else can I do? So the king runs. Maybe we're going to see the first mate in this game.
Let's go to check.
Uh-oh. That's not fair, because he could mate me with normal pieces, which I don't control. So this is rather unfortunate. Uh-oh. If I go here, he's kind of mating me. Well, that's unfortunate. So we're going to see a mate after all. Because the real problem is how to mate with checkered pieces. How to mate with normal pieces we're all familiar with.
But if I take on t4...
Yeah, the moment you take, it's a checkered... That's true. The moment he takes, queen takes pawn, it becomes a checkered queen. And so I can go queen takes his pawn on d7. So it's not so simple. And Hydrosuit says, what happens if the king takes a piece? If the king takes a piece? That's a good question. Let's try and look more carefully at the rules. The end of game, it says, is standard, which is interesting. It just says the end of the game is standard, so we'll have to try and find that out. Yeah, there is no such thing as a checkered king. So if the king takes a piece... That's a good question. I'm not quite sure what happens. Maybe... So I'll give you a link in the Twitch chat, and okay, and you have to click on this thing called Checkered Rules at the top of that link, and it will give you the rules. Okay, so Oppa's having a think, I think. So this pawn cannot be recaptured. And I think, actually, if he promotes it, it promotes into a natural piece. I believe so. It would no longer be a checkered piece. He can actually promote that into an actual black queen, if he promoted it. So that's something worth bearing in mind. I don't want him to get yeah, I don't want him to get a real black queen. So I'm going to do this.
If I do this.
Okay, so he's going to try and advance again. So I could block it. As I said, he could just, if he takes, it's just nothing. I could try and block it, so this is my one chance to block it if I want to. But am I getting mated somewhere here if I block it? I think I'm okay. He has got queen here, check, cutting me off. Ooh, yeah, but then I've got advanced to the e-pawn to defend. So, and he could bring his rooks in, but then the knights can take the rooks, so that doesn't work. So I'm gonna play this in the hope that that's not wrong. My king position is extremely precarious, but mating is fortunately not so easy in this game.
Yeah, it's not easy with knight on h7.
I was considering moving that knight, but yeah. So, for example, if I took his pawn here and turned it into a bishop, that bishop would suddenly be threatening my own rook on a1. If I turn it into a pawn, on the other hand, I would have
I
either
wonder about bishop takes e5.
yeah, to make a checkered bishop or a checkered pawn. But there's still quite a lot of natural pieces on this board. So, I mean, obviously, natural pieces are extremely dangerous to me because I can't control them. So Opper can actually mate me with natural pieces, which he cannot do with checkered pieces. So yeah, the knight on h7 is doing a great job because it's covering f8. That's the key role it's playing. But Opper does control that knight, so he can just simply move that knight out the way if he wants to. But the problem with that is, yeah, what is the problem with that? I guess if he moves the knight out of the way, it could take his queen, or it could take on d7. So it's rather interesting. So he's threatening to. That's a very interesting move. He's threatening to take that knight and turn it into a bishop. Probably with the idea that a bishop's not going to cause him too much trouble. Maybe also saving. Yeah, and also saving that bishop. Also saving that bishop because. Sorry, what I said is complete nonsense. He can't take that knight because it's a checkered piece. So you can just ignore everything I just said right now. That knight is a checkered piece, so that bishop moving without the way was just to stop me from taking his bishop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this into a pawn, using the fact that he can't advance because he's put his bishop on g6. This pawn blocks up the g file and blocks up the h file. So the g file and h file are blocked, giving me temporary cover. Now on the negative side, this actually allows him to advance b2, which maybe was a mistake. Oh, rip. Okay, end of game. How foolish was that? Okay, we've got to have another one. New game.
Okay.
Well played, Opper. Okay, got to watch out. Got to watch out with these natural pieces. Let's go with this. Now, does he have any direct attacks on me? I can't see anything immediately. Yeah, so okay, then let's do this. So I've got an attack on h7. He's going straight for this knight maneuver that I did on him last time. Huh. Okay, fine. I don't know, this is kind of annoying, but Yeah, I should have stopped it, but yeah, I should have stopped it with something like f3. So I feel like I'm going to be regretting it, but oh well. Let's do this. Counterattack.
Just a nice counterattack. If you take on h2, it's not mate.
Take on h2, I have to move the knight, presumably, because it's check. Yeah, h2.
Take on h2, it's found.
I have to go knight f3 if you take on h2, yeah. So for those just joining us, if you take an opponent piece... Oh, I have just realized something very interesting. If I go h3, then he does have a smothered mate. Knight h2 is checkmate. So it's normal chess. It's normal chess, but if you take a piece, then you become a checkered piece, and both sides can control checkered pieces, and checkered pieces never die. Never die.
You want to take on c7.
So I could take on c7 and I have the same problem that once I take it becomes a checkered piece, so it's not really a king-queen fork because you can simply move the pawn to c6 or c5. And I can't reverse that because that's the other rule is you cannot return to an old position on the subsequent move. So I need to get my king safe somehow, and I'm not quite sure how. That's the other thing. Don't see how. Okay. So we're going to go around this route again. I don't want him promoting next to my king, and he doesn't want me promoting next to his king. So there we go. You just have to blockade, you can't promote. I mean, I could do this, try and go again, and the whole point is you can't reverse this. So he might try the same on me. Interesting. So I could push again, and he can't reverse it, so then that's a threat on his rook. But he could just move the rook.
What if you take the pawn? Can I take your bishop?
Now I could do this though. Can't be taken and it threatens his rook. So if he takes my bishop I get to promote and make a queen. I believe. So I don't think he'd want to take my bishop. That's my hunch. So I think he has to move his rook, yeah. But now I can attack this rook as well. So I'm using these checkered pawns, even though he was the one who made that checkered pawn. I'm using that checkered pawn against him. So putting Opper under a little bit of pressure here, I think, aren't I? Ooh, interesting.
I'm not sure if it's good.
Not sure if it's good.
You see what I want?
Yeah, he wants rook takes f2. Rook takes f2 equals rook is really interesting. Is it checkmate? Not quite. Oh yeah, it is, because I can't take my own pieces. So rook takes f2 would be checkmate. Opper is so sneaky. Nice.
Oh, I didn't even realize it.
He didn't even realize it. That's how sneaky
I
Opper
think
is.
maybe a pawn is dangerous. Yeah, rook is much better.
Yeah.
Looks like mate if you take on c5.
Yeah, because he takes on f2. The checkered pieces can't be taken, so that's checkmate. Really nice. So I'm going to castle.
Wait. If you play the bishop away and take a rook, you can also take on f7 and make it a pawn. And then the rook is away.
Say it again.
If you move your bishop away,
Yeah.
and I take on f2,
Yeah.
and choose a rook,
Yeah.
then you can take my pawn on f7 and make that a black pawn.
When you take, but when you take on f2, it's check. So unless I'm allowed to castle out of check, that's mate.
Yeah, it's check, but
So it's checkmate.
then the rook on f2 is from you, and you take on f7, you make the shared pawn.
I could take on f7. Oh, that's true. Could I? That's a very good question. Could I? Yeah. Could I? If it's check, can I go rook takes f7 and turn that rook into a pawn? That is yeah. That's a very nice. That's a very nice idea. And Hydrosuit says there's 960 Crazy House on this website too, but he's got to go now. So see ya, Opera, and okay. Yeah. See ya, Hydrosuit. See you, Moon. Yeah, that's a good observation from Opera. That maybe it wasn't mate after all. Huh.
So I can choose a bishop, but then you go share piece.
So bishop or rook?
Or a pawn. Make a pawn of it.
He goes for a pawn. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep on pushing. I mean, my rough guide actually in this variant would be, because these pieces can't be taken, you want them to be as far away from you as possible. So I'm actually relatively happy with the position here because all these pieces are on his side of the board. For now.
Yeah, your pawn is annoying. My bishop is dead. Because they can move it, you use command.
For now, all of these pawns, all these checkered pieces which can't be taken, are on which both of us can control. Both of us are allowed to move them. But for now, they're all on his side of the board, on the opposite side of the board. Now, yeah, I can. Now with this, so because once you play it, he can reverse it. If I play c6, he can't reverse that move, but he could reverse the last move I did. Now Oppa's very sneaky. Oppa's very sneaky though, so he says that I can play I can advance f6, but maybe he has something up his sleeve. So I'm just going to have a little think. What's he got planned? I think I can just play it though, so I'm going to play it. It feels good. And I think he has to blockade just to avoid it capture. Because these pawns, as I said, can't be taken, so you just have to be blockaded. They're really annoying.
Yeah, actually I won't play pawn c6. Now I have to play e6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to play e6, I believe. Okay.
Okay.
So I've got a very cunning plan here. Does Oppa have a cunning plan also, though? That's the question. Maybe he does.
Probably not. I see what you want. You want to take on e6? Let's play c6.
Okay, so I'm going to go to g7. The idea is if he takes that...
What happens if I check on h2 and you take with the king?
Not sure.
We don't got share piece.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I think the king just captures normally, but I can't say for sure because we've never tried it. So is Oppa going to sack his queen on stream? That's the question. No, let's not do that. Okay, so he can't take this knight because otherwise I was going to have 2 pawns on the 7th rank, and that would be a bit nasty. So, actually, I need to think. Do I want a knight on e6, or do I want a pawn? I think so. Remember, whatever it is can't be taken, so it would be check. But he could just simply move it away. But if he moves it away, I can still take another piece. So I don't know. A pawn is almost good, but he could just push it forwards though. So I'll go with the knight just for fun. Feels more fun going for a knight. He could move the king, but realistic, or he could simply move the knight away. Which is he going to do? I think he's going to move it away, but the problem is, in fact, he could move it to simply take my pawn on d4, but whatever piece he does move it away to, d4, f4, g5, I could simply take one of his pawns and turn it back into a pawn on his half of the board, so it has slightly less mobility than the knight. Oh, he does. Oh, he turned it into a pawn. See, that was sneaky, and I didn't see that. Yeah, that's...
I didn't plan it.
No,
I realized it later.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm regretting now myself not getting a pawn on e6, because a pawn on e6 would have just choked his position. Whereas now, yeah, it's not so good. Not so ideal, and I don't know really what to do now. All I can do really now is try and blockade, but the problem is it's not so easy. It's not so easy to blockade. These pawns are just going to keep on chomping into my position. It's not so easy to blockade. It's my pawn, but I can't move it because it's... Yeah, that's what's so annoying. I can't move it the other way. Ah. Okay. So what should I do? I don't really control much. I could blockade it, but this is not... Okay, I'm going to do something weird.
I see what you want.
He sees what I want. He sees what I want. So that's an annoying move because he's trying to take on g2 potentially, etc, etc. So yeah, what I wanted was to have treble pass pawns on the 6th rank, and he foiled my plan. So what now? I don't know what to do now. I'm just like, I am at a loss. I mean, I can go g3. That prevents him from taking anything, at least. So this will have to be my last game. I have to go after this.
Okay.
So I'll try and give my best in this one.
I wonder what happens if
Is Opper going to sack his queen? That's the question. Okay, so he goes for this.
Take with the pawn.
I take with the
Take
pawn.
with the pawn. It's from a knight.
No, it becomes a pawn.
Oh, you can make a pawn of it.
And in fact, I'm not allowed to make a knight, because if I did make a knight, I'd be putting myself in check after my move. So
you can make...
It simply wasn't allowed.
Oh.
Okay, so it's threatening to get a rook on my back rank. That's actually quite good. Getting a rook on my back rank. So yeah, what I'm not sure about is that mate.
Yeah, with rook e1.
No, if you did bishop takes rook, is that mate? Because bishop takes rook would make a rook check and I move out the way, and then rook h1 check. I can move the rook away. Yeah, so maybe it's not mate. It's still kind of annoying. I think the king can just take pieces without a problem. So I can play rook e8, rook e1 if I want to, but the problem is I can't double up my queen onto that file particularly easily. So I can go rook e8 takes, rook e1, king moves, but I don't have any follow-up. I still think I'll do that because I don't want to have a bishop or rooks hanging around my king. So I'm going to do this. Now when he takes, I just think the king just takes.
It shows I can take it.
Yeah, you just take it.
And what happens?
Nothing. You just the king can capture without making a checkered piece. Yes. This check.
King e7. Oh, you want queen f5 after king e7 to make bishop or queen.
Not sure if it works. Not sure if that's good enough.
I try to be safe. I go to d8.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a bishop is particularly.
Oh, rook e7 is also an idea.
Yeah, rook e7 is idea, and then if I take the pawn, I can make another rook. Yeah, rook e7 is an idea. Basically, I could have like a. No, but it doesn't quite work because if I make a rook, he can take his own pawn and make a pawn on the. So it doesn't quite work. But it's an idea. It's actually quite a good idea. I like it. Rook takes pawn equals. Yeah, rook takes pawn is actually a threat. That's what I just realized. Rook takes pawn is not a threat to be considered lightly. It is a threat. Quite a serious threat. But you have a counter threat, which I can't reveal. Okay, this is really nice. So there is a counter threat, which looks nasty, but I can simply, for those watching the stream, don't want to give it away to offer. Whereas
So if
this
I
is
think about taking on to d3, but that is not working. Because if you take and pawn f2, you just move the pawn to f4.
oh, that's an interesting idea. He's thinking of taking on g3, yes. So then
But that's not working because you put the pawn back.
you just put the pawn. So if he takes,
out anyway.
yeah, if he takes and makes a pawn, push. If he takes and makes a queen, I just shove it out of the way.
If I take on b2, make a pawn of it.
Pawn?
So you move the pawn.
I just shove it out of the way. Yes, 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 indeed.
So I have no threats. So I just have to play something like queen d6.
Interesting. And what I was thinking was actually, and I just realized this, is takes, promotes, that And actually that doesn't, and I was hoping like maybe do something like queen here check supported by this pawn. But I just realized these pawns, when it's opper's move, they don't support the 7th rank. These pawns don't actually do anything. Because they become his pawns on his move. So they do absolutely nothing. I could also take the pawn and make a rook, but he could take here and then make a pawn and then blockade it. So lots of ideas. What to do? If we make a pawn, he could simply blockade the pawn. That's what I'm thinking. Well, let's just do that. Just make a pawn. What I wonder is... Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I think I'm going to lose this, so that's just my feeling. Okay, he blockades it. Not surprising.
Ik ben nog even aan het praten, maar ik ben zo klaar.
Oh, you have to go. You have to go soon, do you?
My parents are ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll finish quickly then.
I don't have to go yet. I don't have to go yet.
No. Okay.
It's almost 10 o'clock yet.
Yeah, I know. I haven't had dinner myself, so. Okay, so if I took that and made a queen, he'd mate me. If I took that and make a bishop, like what a waste. If I took that and made a queen, does he mate me? Well, I could just get it out of the way. I can go there and out of the way. Okay. He'd take all my pieces, though, is the main problem, if I made a queen. Queen takes bishop, queen, check, no, get out of the way. Take the next piece, no, get out of the way. So you just take all my pieces. I can't really risk that, so I guess I just back off. I don't know, I back off. Okay, the game will be getting critical soon. He was running with his king. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to develop the knight. I have... Ooh! Okay.
Yeah,
Let's go here.
I was afraid of knight c5.
Yeah.
No, he's still got knight c5.
Yeah, knight c5 comes anyway, with knight e6 as a threat. Although it's not a threat, because I can't take his queen, because he just moves the knight away. I go knight e6 check, he goes, shoo. Shoo knight, and just moves the knight. It's a checkered piece, you can control it. So yeah, knight c5 comes anyway, but it's a piece he controls, so... Oh. Yeah, didn't see that. Wasn't paying attention. That's not good. In fact, that was foolish. Because if I move the knight to here, he takes my queen. If I move my king out of the way, I'm just playing quickly here. So if I move my king to here, then he can go knight takes pawn check. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go to h2, mouse slip. Oops.
Oh, okay.
Never
Then I
mind.
play this round move.
Oh, sorry. Okay, thanks.
So you go to h2.
Yeah. But yeah, so with the rapid play, my play is deteriorating. I've lost all my pieces. Okay, so he's threatening to promote to a knight, maybe. Yeah, I can't.
Promoted pieces are not checkered, right?
No,
not checkered.
Indeed. Promoted pieces are not checkered. So unfortunately, I have to keep my queen on the back rank because otherwise you promote to knight. Oh, it's not checkmate because I can go to g8. But still, it's a bit hairy. I'll just go here, just playing quickly. He can still promote. Yeah, the promoted piece is not checkered, but once I take it, it will be. Okay, so he decides to go like so. If he takes it, it'll make a pawn, which doesn't really help his case. And if he doesn't take it, well, it's still a pawn. So yeah, no stockfish for checkered yet. But if there were one, it would probably say something like, Opper has mate in something. So in this position, okay, I'll see what happens here. Oh, I can't take it? What? I'm not allowed to take that piece. Oh, because it's checkered. What? I thought promoted pieces weren't checkered.
You can move the piece. You can move.
Oh, I can move it, of course, yeah. I wonder if I can't take my own piece. Yeah, just checking. I cannot take my own piece, but I can move it. Okay. So, where should I move it to?
Maybe I have to promote to a rook.
Yeah, I promote to a rook. That's a bit annoying.
And you have less possibilities.
That's true. So, I'm just going to go here. Okay, so my position is basically slowly deteriorating. So I'm not allowed to go back here, but I can go to here if I want to. Or to here, or to here. So let's just try here, just to see it out. He can always check me, that's the only problem. Check, check. But also when he checks me, I can just move the queen back. Okay, so he doesn't check me. What's he going for? I'm not sure. We'll see. But I go with this check. Because this is his pawn, his pawn is actually going this way. So can't do anything with that one. He finds a haven for his king. Would be nice if I could get in on his king, but it's not likely. And I'm hoping he checks me. That would be nice. Because if he checks me, he can't check me the next move. But maybe because I said that, he's not going to fall for that trap. Darn. So, should we agree to draw? We're just going to move the checkered piece up and down. Oh, he wanted to promote to another checkered piece. Okay. I'll have a queen here.
Now I make a pawn. How cannot you take it?
Nope, he can't take it.
Oh, that's a bad one. Even with a lot of material up, you can lose in this.
Could do, I guess.
Oh wait.
One.
Let's take this.
Do this, so you can't reverse. He's going to have to blockade this pawn, probably. Well, he might not need to blockade the pawn, because actually you promote to a checkered piece, which I didn't realise before. Yeah, so he's up a lot of material. Okay, a rook. Very interesting. So, just go here. Not quite sure. How is he going to mate me? Okay. Now he can't check me a second time, so he has to do something else. Okay, so what do I do here? I could take this, make another pawn.
Yeah.
So this rook can't be taken. What else could I do? I could go queen there check, but he could simply take it and make a checkered queen. But that's my last piece, so that's not good. Making a checkered piece out of my last piece. In fact, my only hope here is with my natural pieces in a way. That's my secret. I shouldn't have told it. But yeah, my only hope to win this is with natural pieces. Because checkered pieces, you just keep just sort of like, shoo, out the way. Okay, so what's he threatening? He's threatening my queen. That's a problem. So I'll do this.
I might even lose.
Opper's getting worried. So what am I threatening? If I take the rook, I would make a checkered queen. But he could just... And he can't take a checkered queen. If I take the rook, I would make a checkered queen. He can't take the checkered queen, but so you'd have to move the queen away. Okay, this move, I just take this piece. I'm always happy with the draw if you want to keep checking me. Ooh, he's coming in with a natural queen to mate me. What should I do? What should I do? What I should do is I should defend against the mate. I could push the pawn, I mean, but that doesn't really work. Okay. Oh, because I thought I could put the rook in the way, but I can't. So I misunderstood the position. Darn. I was thinking of using the rook as a defender, but I can't do that. So the natural queen can... Yeah, okay. So the checkered rook I can just shift it. I can push away, but any check from the queen I can't do anything about. Okay. It's a little bit scary, but maybe it's okay. Okay, is there any check? There's no check I see. I'm going to push.
Oh. Dangerous.
So what's the threat? It isn't queen g3, because he'd just simply take that, make a queen, and then move the checkered queen away. So queen g3 isn't a mate threat. So what is? Here's queen takes rook. It would make a queen. He could move the queen away. Checkered queen. I mean, this I can just move away. And I could move it away also in such a way even that... I mean, I just moved away. I don't understand. If you want to keep doing this, it's going to draw. The question is, do I have any moves like queen takes rook? So queen takes rook, checkered queen. Moves the queen away. Okay, I'm going to have a think. Queen takes rook, moves the queen away. Checkered queen, moves the queen away. Okay, I'm just going to go for this, just for the... Oh, I can't make a... I can make a queen. Okay. Just going to go for this just out of interest.
Oh, how did you make a queen?
Like, it may not work because I'm giving away my only piece in doing this. So if I find a mate, I literally have to find a mate with checkered pieces. I don't even know if that's possible. So just an experiment.
Well, why don't I just take it?
Why don't you just take what?
I can take it.
You can't take it. You have to move it away.
Yeah, piece. I can take it.
No, it's a checkered piece. You can't take it. It has to move it away. Oh. Darn, I should have moved the rook away first. Oh no.
I was also afraid to play queen c5 to 6.
Queen c5, then what?
Wasn't I just losing?
Queen c5.
Okay, take.
If you take
And it's a sharp piece, queen.
queen, you move.
But then you can take my queen.
You move the queen away.
With the pawn on b7. Rook on b8. Queen on b4. Queen c5. And if you take the queen, then you got the sharp queen. Then you can take my queen.
So queen c5, you go queen takes c5.
Yeah, and then it's a shared queen, right?
Shared queen. So then you move the queen to say f8.
No, but then it's your move. As the queen c5, I have to take. Then it's your queen.
Okay.
Then my king is made it.
No, because then you move the. Oh, I see.
I was afraid of it the whole time.
Oh, okay. Well, too bad. Okay, well done. I got myself mated.
Thanks for the games.
Going for something which didn't work, but okay. Thanks everyone for watching. That was Checkered. And to check it out, check out vchess.club/checkered. So thanks everyone for watching, and thanks Opper. Bye.
My pleasure.
Bye.
Thanks, too.